Hi Blues, it's Saumit talks Chelsea. Welcome to the first match review on my channel. Last night, or I should say today early morning in India, Chelsea played their second preseason match against Charlotte FC in Charlotte, North Carolina. The match ended 1-1 after full time, and in penalties, Chelsea lost 5-3 to Charlotte, with Conor Gallagher missing his penalty. Before I give my reviews on this particular match, let's look at the lineup from both teams and also the match stats. Let's go. So, Blues, this is the team that Chelsea started the match with. They had Michy Batshuayi as a striker, Hakim Ziyech in the right wing spot, and Christian Pulisic playing on the left wing. In midfield, we had Mateo Kovacic and Jorginho, with Callum Hudson-Odoi playing as a right wing back and Marcus Alonso playing in the left wing back position. As far as defenders are concerned, we had Emerson as a left centre back, Thiago Silva as a centre back, and Reece James as a right centre back, with Edouard Mendy playing as a goalkeeper. And these are the list of all the Chelsea players who came up from the bench. They are Trevor Chalobah, Conor Gallagher, Raheem Sterling, Mason Mount, Ben Chilwell, Kennedy, Kai Havertz, Malang Sarr, Levi Colwill, and Ethan Ampadu. Now coming to the stats of this match, Chelsea had 17 shots as compared to Charlotte's 13, and out of the 17, Chelsea had 9 shots on target compared to Charlotte's 3. Position wise, I think it was an almost even match, with Chelsea having a possession of 54% compared to Charlotte's 46. Also, Chelsea completed 486 passes compared to Charlotte's 409. This stat is really interesting. Both teams had 14 fouls, they had 2 yellow cards each, 1 offside, and 6 corners. Coming to the timeline on the match, Christian Pulisic opened the scoring for Chelsea in the 30th minute and Daniel Rios equaled the score in the 90th minute. Now coming to the penalty shootout, Charlotte scored 5 penalties compared to Chelsea's 4 with Conor Gallagher missing his penalty. And due to this, Charlotte has won the match. So Blues, now coming to my review of this match, Chelsea played Charlotte FC in Charlotte, North Carolina, and the score was 1-1 after 90 minutes, and in penalties, Charlotte scored 5, whereas Chelsea scored only 3, with Conor Gallagher missing his penalty. Personally, I'm seeing that the fan base is overreacting on this particular transfer. I'm not saying everyone, but yeah, few people are saying that how Chelsea have already lost a game in preseason, which shouldn't be the case. But you should know that the players are really tired. They have been on this USA tour for, I guess, about 1 week now, where they have traveled to so many places. We know they were in LA first and Las Vegas, then they moved to even Orlando, and now they're in Charlotte to play the game. So I think the travel and the humid climate is really taking a toll on them. And also, they were on vacation for about 1 month, and finally returning from vacation, it's definitely not easy to get the Premier League form back. So yeah, I had anticipated that there would be some struggle from the players, and not all players would be playing at their 100%. But we should be rest assured. This is just pre-season. These games don't matter. No one would even remember these scores, so people shouldn't take this as seriously as some. But at the end of the day, it's even a match, and it would have been better to win it instead of losing. I get that. Now coming to the players who had played the match, coming to Michy Batshuayi, I think he had a decent game. He had few shots that were blocked, and also it was his shot which led to the Christian Pulisic goal. Michy Batshuayi is not a defender, and the ball deflected and came to Christian Pulisic, who had good instincts and good reaction time to make the most of it. And Christian Pulisic finally delivered. This is the type of plays that I want from Pulisic. I mean, we have seen so many times where he has missed one-on-ones with many keepers, and also he has not been able to convert these chances. But he took his chance today, and I really hope this gives him confidence for the upcoming Premier League season. Coming to a new signing, Raheem Sterling, I think he had a decent game too. He had some good dribbling skills, and I think he was the only one player who was moving the ball forward and he was also rotating the ball across the flanks. So I remember seeing him bombing throughout the left flank, and then he was passing it to Mount, who then shifted it to Reece on the right side, and then they were crossing it on that side for Kai Havertz. So this is something which I think Chelsea were lacking. They were missing that one player who could carry the ball forward from the wings. We know players like Werner and Pulisic. They're decent players, but yeah, this is one place where they were lacking. They were not able to carry the ball forward with them, with Pulisic often getting overpowered by other defenders and Timo Werner in the losing position. So yeah, it was really refreshing to see this from Raheem Sterling. Now coming to the midfield partnership between Jorginho and Kovacic, I think they had a standard game. Kovacic does what he does best. He's also one of the players who can move the ball from midfield, and Jorginho is really good at spreading the ball across the midfield and even the defenders. And also he can sometimes loft the ball in for your strikers. So yeah, I think they had a decent game. Coming to our defense, we saw Emerson, Thiago Silva, and even Chalobah. And I think we cannot go into the Premier League with this defense. We already know that Emerson is decent, but I don't think he's of the Chelsea quality or the starting quality that we need at Chelsea. And Chaluba gave away a handball in the 90th minute. Personally, I don't think it was a handball. I'd seen the replays and the ball hit him at the top of his hand, which I think isn't handball. And I believe the referee, in the heat of the moment, just gave that decision. It's the 90th minute and another team scores. They are able to tie the game and they can then take it to penalties. So I think it is a soft penalty, but it doesn't matter. It's just a preseason game. Also, I think Conor Gallagher had an okayish game. He missed his penalty, but I guess overall it's fine because what I feel is that it's better to miss penalties now than to miss it in the future in some bigger competitions like maybe FA Cup, UCL, or even Carabao Cup. So I just hope that Conor Gallagher can understand from his mistake at this moment of time so that in future he might not make the same mistake and he can score his penalties. But yeah, really optimistic on Conor Gallagher as well. Coming to our goalkeeper, Edward Mendy. You guys know how much I love Edward Mendy. I really like his athleticism and has sharp reflexes when he's able to save the ball. But the one area that I think Mendy seriously needs to improve is his penalties. We know that at Chelsea, the starting goalkeeper for penalties is Kepa Arrizabalaga. But in this match and even in Carabao Cup last season, Tuchel decided to stick with Mendy. And the save percentage of Mendy from penalty spot is really low. So I really hope he can improve and strengthen himself on this one particular spot because at this moment of time, that is his only Achilles heel. He's really strong in all other aspects. He's good on one-on-one. He can even save some long-range balls and he has super instincts and reaction time. So really looking forward to Mendy improving his penalty skills. Lastly, what I feel about this match, a win would have been better. Everyone would like to win, but I would just like to say that this is not a big loss. It's always better to lose now and to learn from the mistakes now instead of committing the mistakes in future. So this would apply for all the players, especially Conor Gallagher, who now knows that he's already missed a penalty. So it's better to learn from it. And I'm really looking forward to the match against Arsenal in the Orlando Cup final, I guess. So I hope the players can take this loss as a motivation to beat Arsenal. Come on, Chelsea. So, Blues, these were my thoughts on today's Chelsea versus Charlotte match. I really hope you enjoyed today's match review and also be on the lookout for future match review uploads from me as well. I'll be putting out one for each match Chelsea plays. Before leaving, I'd like to request you guys to give this video a like, click on the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification so you won't miss out on any of my future uploads. Also, you can consider following me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @SaumitTalksCFC, so you can follow me there and stay in touch with all of my latest tweets. Until next time, take care, Blues, and see you soon. Goodbye.